You also had this tweet, and it's very interesting. So Deion Sanders, we talked about him, the Cowboys. He's also been mentioned and tied to the Raiders. And to your point, the Raiders could end up being the guy in the trading spot for the Browns if he gets the Raiders job. And you and I were thinking alike. Remember, Trey Lance, the 49ers gave up 3 first rounds and a third to move up a few spots to be able to draft Trey Lance. So if the Raiders, if Deion is the coach there, they could get a couple of first round picks relative. And the reason we say that, there's precedence, and you show it there. So it would be interesting to see if in fact, the Raiders hire Deion, can they get a couple of first round picks to drop back 4 spots?
Yeah, there's a good chance if the Browns aren't going to draft him, someone's going to be desperate. And there's a few different ways they can go. I don't think they'll probably want to go back as far as the Cowboys, but if Dak's involved in that combination, then you're willing to go a bit further to work out a package that, hey, if you think Dak's going to be the answer for 4 or 5 years at quarterback, doesn't matter how far you fall, get the quarterback that you think's going to deliver. But you could look to go straight back to where the Raiders are because they want to come up and grab their quarterback, or it could be one where you trade back with the Giants and maybe add a third round pick and something else because they want to just move up one spot. And then that gives you the third pick, and you might go and get the guy you were going to get at 2, but you've added a third round pick just for allowing them to get the quarterback. But you could still, at the same time, maybe someone like the Raiders is really keen to add Travis Hunter, a flashy player, someone that can be the sort of face of the franchise because they're going through that lack of sort of an identity as a team. And they might be willing to go and throw in the extra picks to come up there. And who knows, that could be a couple of firsts to jump from 6th to 3rd to go and get that guy. So it's a really interesting time, and the Browns are in a great spot. They've got to do their due diligence first and see, do we want to take a quarterback? Because if you want to take a quarterback, just take the quarterback. Don't try and be too cute with that. But if not, trading down is the way to go and work out adding some extra assets so you can have more bites at the cherry next year. Because if you get that pick from the Raiders, that's easily a top 3 pick next year potentially. And then you're in a spot where, yeah, you've moved down to 6th in the draft and you could probably still get an Abdul Carter there. And we can talk about potentially a top 3 pick next year. The Browns might be, what, 10th, 15th, 18th in the draft because Kirk Cousins has made them look better. But if you still luck into a top 3, top 5 pick because you've got the Raiders pick or someone else's, that's a great spot where you can still address the quarterback next year. If you take a throw on Dart, Milrow, someone like that, keep ammunition because until you find a quarterback, keep swinging it every single year.